Right. Hello, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Welcome to this month's Zoom meeting of the Hong Kong Study Circle and Hong Kong Philatelic Society. As usual, we are very grateful for the sponsorship of the Federation of Inter-Asian Philately, who makes this meeting international. We've got people, right across the globe, from Australia, across the Asia and to the UK and to USA. So welcome you all to this month's meeting. I think without further ado, I just going to make a slight announcement. It's about this Hong Kong Study Circle Journal 413, which is the July issue. I posted all the journals on Saturday, so it's in air right now, and members in North America, in Europe, should get and Australia as well should get the issue. I think by early next week. I think, or certainly by next week. So if you don't get it, let me know. Okay, I could send you the PDF file of the journal if you're really desperate for it. But there is something very quite important with this July journal, because in September we have a meeting in Repton, UK, where we have the annual Wild and the Web Cup competition. The Wild Cup, as you probably know or have heard of it, that it is an award for the best original find or new find of a philatelic item related to Hong Kong. And the Web Cup is the book which I'm sure that Philippe can probably tell you because he has won it so many times. And it's for the publication. It's an article or book or monograph or something. Okay, something printed. So you need. I think there's only one entry for the Web Cup, if my memory serves me right. But there are 3, I think, entries for the Wild Cup, which you need to vote. You can actually send the vote. I mean, if you're attending the Repton meeting, you can vote there. But if you're not, obviously, for some of us who are overseas, and you could actually send the votes to Nick Burrow or myself or any officers of the study circle. Okay, so I mean, if you send it to me, I'll probably pass it on to Nick, because I think he's in charge of the meeting. So do please vote, because I mean that it is a very meaningful event, and our current editor Joe Trosi actually has done a list of all the past winners of both cups in the newsletter. Sent together with the journal. So you can actually see that there's a lot of the great names of Hong Kong philatelists are there. Start from I think the first competition. So anyway, you can see some of the information from some of the information on the website, but not all. But some of the very early people like Patrick Pearson, and who won or Reg Kirk, who won the cup before that. They obviously have left us, but they won the cups in the 70s and late 60s and 70s. So anyhow, it's yeah. So do actually, when you receive the journal, have a good study. See which you think is the best, is the most deserved new find. All right. So without further ado, I'll pass it to Sarah, who has a little thing you want to share with us. So if I just stop sharing this, and it's yours.
Hi.
Yeah.
Um,
Can you?
yeah. Okay, is it working?
No.
It says I'm screen sharing.
Yes.
Can you see it yet?
Yes, we can.
Can.
Oh,
Okay, but
why?
you're not on
Wait.
slideshow.
Yeah.
If
Well, let's not be
I can
fussy as long
say
as you can see it.
yeah,
we
that's
can see it,
okay.
yeah.
Fine.
Oh, good. Is it, tell me if
Yeah.
I've shown this already because I forget who I've shown what to. This is just a lovely cover
Yes.
with the Hong Kong King George V 25 cents on it. And
Uh-huh.
it's addressed to Monsieur le Commandant on the French gunboat Argus in Canton, which I think is a wonderful address. The Argus was this little ship, was freighted, sent out from France and assembled in Hong Kong. It was a river gunboat launched on June in 1924. Here's a picture of it. Here's a picture of it coming. There it is. And here we go. It was a very shallow little boat, a river boat, very heavily armed. It had a crew of 42, which, if you can imagine, must have been very, very crowded, a lot of people on board. It was very shallow draft, so it was for a river and used to protect French interests, probably against smugglers and pirates. But the nearest French interest was Guangzhou 1, Fort Bayard,
Mm.
down near Hainan Island. So it's a long way from Canton and HongOng, and it's now called Shanjiang. And it was never a very successful French possession. It was a very poor region. At its maximum, it only ever had 266 French residents, which is
Mm.
a very small little French place. They also had concessions in Canton and Shanghai, but they never had treaty ports
Mm.
like the British did. So the Argus was on its way to Canton or in Canton, but it couldn't have got as far as Canton because it couldn't go up that far. What was it doing sailing up the Pearl River to get this letter? We'll never know, but it's quite interesting. It couldn't go upriver as far as Canton, even though it was very shallow. And it was run by the French from Indochina were in charge. For the little ship to have come up from Indochina in August when this letter is dated, which is typhoon season, would have been pretty remarkable, pretty dangerous. So in the end, we'll never know what the Argus and Monsieur le Commandant were doing on the Canton on the Pearl River, and how did the letter get delivered to him, do you think? If it couldn't go, if the little ship couldn't go as far up as Canton itself, how do you think he got the letter? Has anyone got any suggestions? It's quite fun, isn't it? No idea how the French got this, how the Monsieur le Commandant got his letter.
Let's see the size of the boat.
Here it is.
Ah,
It's quite small. It's
yeah.
shallow bottomed, so it can go
Yes.
on rivers.
Oh, it's a river boat. Yeah.
It's a river gunboat, yes,
Yeah,
which
that's right.
I wouldn't have liked to have sailed up from
Well, I
Indochina.
think it could actually sail up to Canton. But obviously there are loads of ships, going up and down river to Canton, and one of
But
the
it
ships
wouldn't have got as
carried
far
letters.
as actually Canton.
Mm.
It couldn't get as far as that, though,
No, not the
up the
Argus,
river.
but
Um,
other
no.
smaller other boats
Mm.
that that carry goods and letters or mail. I mean, well, mostly they
Yes,
carry goods, but they some of them carry
so they'd
mail.
have had to deliver this letter to the commandant
Mm.
on his ship somewhere on the river, really, not up in Canton.
No, it's
So
true. Yeah,
it
Yeah,
was
it looks like the
very,
Star Ferry.
it looks like a star ferry. Yeah, the first generation star ferry. Can I look at the letter again, please?
and if you think the ship was sent out,
No, it's got a Canton CDS
yes, the
arrival.
ship
So
was sent out from France and assembled in Hong Kong.
yeah. So I think
Yes,
it must have been the letter must have been carried by um, the regular boat to Canton,
mm.
like
And
the
then
SS Canton or something like that. and
And then he sent somebody to pick
then
it
went
up.
to the Canton post office, and the Canton post office somehow located where the Argus was.
Yes.
And delivered the letter. Yeah.
It's quite a long story. I hope it was worth it, his letter.
Yeah, but it's a registered letter, so somebody has to sign for it. I mean, so maybe
Yeah.
the boat was plied along the Pearl River somewhere.
Well,
Not
I mean,
exactly at the
it was
city of Canton, but along the river, on the wider
it was
part.
very heavily armed, so it was to protect against pirates, probably. It was because it had a lot of armaments on it.
Yeah.
But I mean, the French, how many French ships and commercial interests were there on the Pearl River that needed a gunboat to protect them? There wasn't much French business being carried on. There it is.
No.
And with a crew of 42, goodness, you had to learn to be polite to everybody on a tiny little boat like that.
Yeah, yeah. Well,
It's very small.
in Guangzhou, as you've said, in the Guangzhou Wan, there are a lot of French people there.
There were how many? 266 French residents.
Well, they have the military in Fort Bayard, and yeah.
Well, it was never really
and
big.
there should be some commerce as well.
Yes, absolutely.
So yeah, after all, actually, the Guangzhou Wan is a bit like Weihai Wei and Hong Kong. You know, they signed a treaty. You know, so like leasing the territory to the French.
Yes, it was leased in 1897 and then returned by the Vichy government. Returned it.
That's right. And then was it occupied by the Japanese, and then after the war, it was returned to China.
Well, I mean, during the war, the Vichy government was running it, and they were on the same side as the Japanese. But then the Japanese actually did take it over.
That's right.
And it was returned to China in 1945 at the end of the war. Yeah. Anyway. I thought it was just a
very interesting place, and nowadays you can go there, and there are still a lot of French style buildings,
French influence,
European style buildings.
What fun!
At the waterfront.
Okay.
Okay.
Anyway,
maybe actually, if you see you can actually look what sort of ship. Actually sail from Hong Kong, but you've got the arrival marking of the Canton, and then you've got the Hong Kong date stamp, and maybe you can go up to the government Hong Kong government website, which you can actually see. They put the daily press, Hong Kong daily press, as well as the China Mail, the newspaper. And then maybe just look up the date, which boat actually sails up to Canton, and I'll guarantee that would be the boat. Well, you look at the post office notice, because that's where that's where the ships actually have a postal contract. Although there are lots of other ships, but not all the ships have a postal contract. So
when I ask ChatGPT for a specific incident, it comes saying that on July 4th, 1924, the French gunboat Argus was directly involved in firing upon a Chinese shore position in Canton to quell anti-French protests. It was part of a broader pattern of foreign intervention where gunboats will be used to suppress local uprisings, intimidate the Chinese population, and protect national assets. The event caused heightened tension between China and France, adding to the growing anti-imperialist sentiment across the country. The French justified their action as necessary to protect their national and uphold French sovereignty in the region, but it contributed to the larger narrative of foreign exploitation of China during the era of imperialism.
Thank you. What date was that, Philippe?
It was, excuse me, say it again. Where is it now? On July 4th, 1924.
Okay, because it was only launched on June the 4th, so it was busy straight away.
Yeah.
Interesting. Thank you.
Right. Okay.
We can add that to
So,
the
do
information.
try it. Do try it. The Hong Kong Library. I mean, if you can't find it, I'll look it up for you.
Okay,
Well,
I'll have
I hope I
a
can find something out. I'm
yeah, I'll
pretty
have a
sure that
look.
you could, because the regular, probably daily sailing of the ships from Hong Kong to Canton. So you
Yeah.
probably could locate the name of the ship. But how it actually got from Canton to the Argus, I have no idea. Maybe it's just a local
Interesting.
courier or something like that. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, thank you. I'll look it up.
Yeah. Okay. You try first, and then if you can't, let me know, and I'll
Thank
try.
you.
Yeah. Okay.
All right.
Thanks. Any other questions? No. Okay. Right. So thank you very much, Sarah. All right. So now who's Adrian? You got something you want to say? You want to just tell us?
Yes, I've just got one thing to ask, really.
Yes.
So if you want to share the screen with me, see if I can find the photograph. Oh, it's gone from there. Hold on. Here it is. Can you see that?
Not yet.
No.
You have to do a slideshow.
Oh, it has to be a slideshow, does it?
Yeah.
Okay, if you give me...
Or you can put it on a tabletop, on the desktop, sorry. Desktop.
Give me 2 minutes.
Yeah. If you use
Right. There we go. File. I've got it on a slideshow. From beginning. Can you see that?
not yet.
No?
Yeah.
You have to share screen.
Yeah.
Where do I share screen?
There's a green.
Share.
It's
Yeah,
green.
share.
Top right corner.
Yeah.
It's the green.
It's a green button with the arrow.
Whereabouts? Top.
Oh, it could be the top
It's at
or
the bottom on mine.
Yeah, it's bottom of
At the
mine.
bottom.
But you can drag it to the top.
I'm struggling.
Yeah, there's a little button. A green color button.
Why won't that share?
Have you placed it on the desktop of your computer?
I've pasted it onto a PowerPoint.
Oh, right. Okay. Well, if a PowerPoint, then you do a slideshow.
And is the PowerPoint open? You need the PowerPoint open before you share.
Yes. Yeah.
If you get your share button.
Hold on.
You can always try Alt S to share.
Alt S. Has that come through?
Not quite. Not quite.
Don't understand why this isn't sharing. Share.
Yeah.
Got it. Sorry, there is a
Oh, that's
there's
it.
a
Yeah.
Yep.
there's more than one share in different places. There we are.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, I've never heard of this before, and I can't find any literature that covers it. So I thought I'd just ask
Yeah,
if
bi-sected.
anyone knows anything about it. But say a 1963 bi-sected 10 cent.
63.
63.
That's after the Antigone issue. Yeah.
Yes.
So this is
Although this is
local.
actually, yeah,
It's a local letter, right? Because
it is a local letter.
Presumably, bisect 10 cent. It's a 5 cent. Never heard of, never seen it before. Never heard of it. Maybe it's unofficial use. Maybe. Have you just got a piece of the whole envelope?
I have got the whole envelope.
Right.
It would take me a minute to bring that one up.
But it's
Although
okay.
if I'm
But
sharing screen, it might
is it
actually
addressed
come.
locally?
Should just open.
Yeah. Is it addressed locally? Must have.
Yeah, Mr. Peter Feltus, Kennedy Road, Hong Kong.
Feltus. Oh, Feltus. Feltus is a philatelist, a stamp collector. It's one of these guys who had a lot of these branch office opening covers. So it's cancelled by post office, but I think it's a contrived item.
Yes.
I would think so.
I've never seen one.
Interesting though.
Yeah.
Because it looks quite professionally bisected and
Yes.
quite neatly done.
Yes. Yes.
So,
I don't
anyway,
I don't know. Maybe we could PC Professor PC Shaw is not here, so maybe we could actually, if he sees it, he might know there's some incident. In April in 1963, there was a shortage of 5 cent Antigone stamp or something. But then he would use the 10 cent rather than the Wilding, issue, the first issue. You see, this is very late usage in
funny, isn't it?
1963 of the first issue of the QE adhesive. Very unusual.
Yeah.
There's no postage due market.
Anyway, I thought I'd ask because I couldn't find anything about it. It didn't cost a lot of money.
No, but that's something very interesting. Yeah. So it's worthwhile. Look, say maybe again you could actually go and do just go and look at the daily press or the China Mail, whether there's
I hadn't thought of that.
any news announcement that they ran out of the stamps. Maybe
I'll have a look. I use that a lot for ships, but I never thought to use it for this.
Yeah, but you have to read that there's snippets of information.
Yeah.
It doesn't
maybe not exactly on the 17th. Maybe you may have to look through the whole of April or something.
Yes.
And then also look into the Gazette, Hong Kong Government Gazette, to see whether there's an announcement being made.
Yeah, I'll have a look.
Yeah, that's interesting. It's although it's a machine cancellation, but in those days the machine is not one of these huge machines. It's a tabletop thing. So I mean,
so it's hand fed.
Yeah, it's hand-fed. Yeah, the sort of postman would surely have noticed a bisected stamp, and if it's totally illegal, he would have picked it up and posted you the letter.
So Neil, were you saying this is the main post office, this postmark?
Yeah.
It looks like the main post office, and I thought they're unlikely to run out of 5-cent stamps.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah. Anyway, it's interesting that he was a stamp collector. So
yeah, Peter Feltus. Yeah.
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 Lovely. Thank you.
Not as many. Not he did not produce as many covers like as Peter Scheck or Wong Tape or Jack G. They produce a lot, but I think he produced some covers. Maybe he was only in Hong Kong for only a few years.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you could actually find someone branch opening covers with his name on.
Yeah.
Okay.
Good. Okay, I'll stop sharing now.
We think about that. Yes. Okay. Good.
Thank you.
All right. Great. All right. So, well, maybe anyone got anything? Maybe I'd like to show some something from mine. Well, not mine actually. It's from several members actually. Okay, so right, I'll start with the first slide. Okay, Japan adhesive stamps cancelled Hong Kong. You can see these are called the Koban issues of Japan, and they have they call the old Koban and the new Koban issues around about 1890s, 1880s. And you can actually find well, I won't say a lot, but there are some examples. Cancelled the B62, and this is actually from our member in Japan, Yoshio Hosoka. He actually sent me this cover. I don't know whether he owns it or maybe it was auctioned by I can't remember whether was it in Spring or into Asia or maybe in an auction or something. But you can actually see, because the local Japanese collectors said that they have never actually seen the Koban stamps actually used with a B62 to cancel on cover. And obviously, there are a lot of Japanese stamp collectors that collect the Koban issue, and then having the Koban issue with a foreign cancel would be if they were exhibitors, it'd be quite a highlight of the exhibit. So this is just one cover sent from well, I mean, he's got two Japanese stamps, the 10 and the 10 cent and the 2 cent, with the Hong Kong B62 cancelled, and with an adjacent Hong Kong date stamp, and addressed to Calcutta. Per English mail, it says. So, well, so my understanding.
What does English mail mean? What does English mail mean?
English mail means P&O.
Oh, okay.
Usually, yeah, because the P&O actually ran a line to Japan from Hong Kong. So that's why it says English mail. So I actually didn't look up this cover, but I'm pretty sure that if you look up Kirk or maybe you go to the newspaper, you could probably find a boat arriving in Hong Kong on October the 25th or 24th, the day before, originating from Japan. So according to Kirk, actually the ship left. I think the first, well, there's several ports. There's Kobe, Nagasaki, and Yokohama. The boat actually stopped at 3 ports before it came to Hong Kong. Right. So if you look it up, the newspaper or Kirk, you probably could locate which P&O ship. So my understanding is this letter was a loose letter. Well, what we call loose letter was actually mailed on board, or maybe it was a late letter. I'm not too sure about the rate. But they see, because it is the UPU period, but why is it? I thought that the rate would be a 10 cent. But why is it 2? Is it too late fee? I don't know. Maybe not a Japanese collector myself. It seems a bit funny to have a 12 cents postage on the letter. Maybe they operated a late fee system in Japan where you could actually post a letter at the last minute on board of the ship. So having said that, there are actually 2 postcards, Japanese postcards with a Hong Kong cancel, which I'm going to show. Now this one is one of the I think well-known one, illustrated in Proud, I believe, and it is a 3 cent postal stationery card to Düsseldorf, and it was actually sent. The only difference between that one and that one is that in this year was cancelled 62B, which is a kind of a special cancel used by the head clerk or something. But obviously, it was posted. This one I looked up. It's from the P&O Zambezi from Yokohama, and the date actually, the arrival date of Hong Kong CDS actually matched exactly with the arrival date of the Zambezi in Hong Kong. And so this is the card would have been posted at the pier or something before the ship left, and it escaped the Japanese post office cancellation, and it came to Hong Kong, and then it had to be transshipped for another ship to Europe. In this case, it was a P&O Ancona. And of course it was not cancelled, so maybe the sorting clerk, the junior clerk wondered what happened. It's not cancelled, what shall we do? And then he referred it to the head clerk, who actually used his B62 to cancel the card. So we've got the German arrival, which match exactly with the itinerary here. Okay, so the next card is again another 3 cent card, and this is also in a similar situation, but in fact this is carried by the French boat. There's a Lyon on the back of the card, and this is actually this card actually appeared in an auction, this is the auction description. So it says it actually is Mick. So if you're interested, you can look up what Mick said about this card. But I think it would be the same for the same reason, but except that the B622 was not cancelling the indicium of the card, and it was for some strange reason it was actually cancelling the date. And then the Hong Kong CDS, it was just like it was obliterating the date. I don't know why. Maybe it was the wrong date. I don't know. Maybe just coincidence. It was there, but this is the second card. Not many cards are known. Japanese cards are known cancelled this way. Right. Okay. So we move on.
That does look like an obliterating the 62B there. Does seem to obliterate the Hong Kong postmark.
That's right. Maybe they had the wrong. Maybe they had the wrong. I could see the August, but August. I don't know why. Why it was right on top of the cancelling the. Not sure. Maybe if you look at what's the difference in it's 1887. This is 1886. So it's very very similar. So this was they cancelled the Japanese the card, imprint of the card, but this one they used the CDS to cancel it. I'm sure you can think of a reason. Yeah. Anyway, okay. So the next item is a question from John Tang, and John asks whether this is actually the earliest use of the Kowloon registration label. It's airmail cover to airmail letter to Zurich in 1948. And he has this small Kowloon registration label, which I think is the early, it's contemporary at that period. So that's his query. I don't know whether you come across. Oh, by the way, Richard Whittington actually is doing registration, early registration study during 1945, the immediate post-war 1945 to early 1946. So if you have any registered mail or service, any registered mail sent within this period, do let him have a scan or something, or write to him. Okay, I don't have any because he asked me, but it's not easy. But after about late 1946, it's much easier, especially when they have the first day victory, first day cover. There are lots of registration letters, but not before that. It's not that many. So think about that. See whether if you have something like this and you collect this period, see whether we could actually find something earlier than this. So I was trying to ask him to put it in the cup, but he said, no, you need more research, and it may not be the earliest. So no, he didn't. Anyway, okay. So the next item again is from old John. Express, post office express mail. This label is the same. Actually, it's just the brown label, the postal express delivery label. It's the same one that used in the UK, but it was obviously on this letter is from Hong Kong. The rate is probably paid for the express fee, but one who put this no express service on the letter, and two, why? And Proud, of course, does not record this mark in his in the fact book. So, and then the label was crossed out. But this probably would be crossed out by the British. So who struck this label? This cachet. It could have been British, because just to explain why they crossed this out. So the date is July 15th, 74. Is that anything to do with the strike? I think the strike is in 71, isn't it? The postal strike is. Yeah. Is there anything going on in 74? Then why there was no express service in the UK?
Not what I can think of. Yeah.
It's not the great postal strike. There was 71.
No.
Yeah. There was earlier.
When did the British Post Office withdraw the express service?
Yeah. I don't know.
I think you'd have to. I mean, that looks like the sort of mark that the British Post Office used, which doesn't mean it wasn't also used by Hong Kong.
Yeah.
But I would have thought you need to research the British end of it.
Yeah. Sure.
To try and make sense of it, because
yeah.
I don't believe there's an express service, at least under that name now.
Yeah. There is no express service.
We have all sorts of wonderful services, but not an express.
Yeah. You see, this blue crayon is very much. I think it's a British crayon. I mean, Hong Kong never had this kind of blue crayon crossing out the label. So I think the original letter must have been franked to all these stamps, which is, of course, it's postage. Maybe $1.30 is the postage plus $3 express fee. So the Hong Kong actually allow what is express service anyway? Express service is it just delivery? That they make it a quick delivery? But surely they fly on the same plane. I mean, you sent out on the same aeroplane from Hong Kong, but when it arrived in London, do you have first and second class mail at that time? Yeah, you do. You have first and second class mail. in 74.
I mean, express service usually involved. I mean, it seemed. First of all, I have to say, it seems to be a fairly complicated service, and it's available in some locations and not others at some times.
Yes.
And it's not. But I mean, that doesn't strike me as Lombard Street sounds. You know, if it was available anywhere, it would be available there. But I think, I mean, my recollection is that at least one of the express services, and I'm not sure if it was the only one, involved the post office, somebody actually carrying the letter from the post, making a special delivery from the post office.
Yeah.
Now, I'm not sure whether that was always the system or whether that was back in good Queen Victoria's day or something.
I think that's usually is the meaning of the express service, that you have a special delivery rather than general mail.
But sometimes you get services where they rang you up and told you could come and collect it or something like that. I mean, this is why I say you would need to research it.
Yeah,
I think you'd have to understand the British Express system before you could.
Yeah,
and I think you don't.
Yeah. I think that the best place is to post it in the the Postal History Society, the British group, on Facebook. They might have some idea.
I think an express service would have cost a lot more than $3.
Well, the $1.30 is, I think, is the postage, I believe.
Yes, but another $3 is
Another $3.
Is not really.
I can't remember the express fee, but.
Hey, Andrew, is that express marking, is that pre-printed on the envelope, or is that a label?
A label. It's a label. Yeah, it's a standard British label, but obviously it was used in Hong Kong.
Okay.
Yeah, you get the same label in England, that brown label. Later on, it changed a different color.
I just checked ChatGPT. It stated that the express service by Royal Mail was withdrawn on 1974.
Oh, really? I see.
Yes. But there was no exact day being stated.
See. So Royal Mail stopped the express delivery service in 1974.
Yes, in 1974.
Right. But Hong Kong obviously didn't know, so they still put the express label on, and then asked for, I don't know, I assume that the $3 is the express fee. I'm not sure, but it seems $4.30 is a bit too expensive, this letter. So and then when it arrived in the UK, it was just crossed out because there was no express service, and then they put the cachet on. Yeah, it seems reasonable. Yes. Okay. Where did you read it from? Where, Ellis?
From ChatGPT.
Oh, ChatGPT. All right. Okay. Right. Okay. All right.
Very useful. Andrew, would you mind coming back a frame or two to the Kowloon registration label?
Oh, yeah. This one?
Okay. Go back. Yes. This one, I look at Ming Sang. You remember the Hong Kong registration label by Ming Sang?
Yeah.
Okay, he got this one. Which is exactly that one is a type KLJ1, and it's April 48 to October 1950. So we have April 48. It's probably the cover. No, it's not the same number. His number is 632. This one is 518, so it is earlier.
Earlier, yeah.
So this one is earlier, but very, very close.
Yeah. So Ming actually didn't say the date of the 612. He just showed the label. He showed the label.
The 632 is April 48.
Oh, April. Okay, but what April? Which date? No date.
There is no date. There is not
just
image
April.
of the cover.
So April is pretty early for this type label. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Maybe. Yes. maybe the George VI collectors could maybe.
Yeah, if you, well, I have only one copy, but if you don't have this book, it's very, very convenient.
Yeah, I have that book. I have that book. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sure you have it, but
Yeah.
if anyone else does not have it, it has really
Uh-huh.
all the registration marking from
Yeah.
all the officers. It's a very, very nice book.
Okay. Right. Okay.
Thank you.
Good night.
Thank you. Yeah. Good night. Yeah.
Good night.
Oh, good night. Oh, you are all right. Okay. Yes.
Yeah, it's
have a
midnight
nice
here.
evening anyway. Yeah. Okay. Restful.
Good
Yes.
night.
Okay. So I'll
Night,
see you next
Sarah.
time. Yeah.
Good
All
night.
right. Yeah. I'll look up that Canton. You look up that Canton thing, that boat. Okay. Maybe if you can't find anything, let me know. Okay. Maybe I could
Thank
help.
you.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Okay. Thanks. Yeah. Right. Okay. So we move on to the next one, which I'm sure that Philippe would have would know this marking, the forwarded by Augustine Heard oval hand stamp very well. But this is actually an old letter, just to show that not all these forwarding cachets are actual forwarding cachets. I mean, this letter actually came from written in Hong Kong. So Augustine Heard to the what's that, London, to the London Bank, okay, London and San Francisco Bank in London, right? So paying the 32 cents Farmase rate, and to cancel the B62 and with a back stamped of in black the Hong Kong CDS of 1866. So this actually, I looked up the study circle, the company excellent website by Rotsell, and it has been, of course, recorded this within that period of time. But it's just that the main thing is just to show that some of these so-called forwarded cachets are not are more like a company chop. Just to show that Augustine Heard sent the letter, rather than actually it's a forwarding from a letter from somewhere. But maybe sometimes Augustine Heard do have offices in China, so it could be a letter written in Shanghai or something, and it went from a private, because Augustine Heard has some private boats, you see. Running between Hong Kong and China, they could have put it on the boat and then they have put this cachet on. But this for sure inside is actually written in Hong Kong. So the information about the letter is here. And interesting that the 30 cent is the vermilion shade, which is quite distinct from the later printing, which I'm going to show you. This one. You see, this is the orange vermilion shade, which is more orangey than this one. Is more reddish. Okay, so this is another letter to the same bank from Augustine Heard, but this is actually not a letter. This is a wrapper. Presumably, there's a letter inside of the wrapper. There's nothing written on the back of it, whereas this one is all, you can see the writing on the back of the paper. So, well, aside from the different, if you collect stamps, you'll be quite excited to find the two colors, two shades of the 30 cent. The only thing interesting about this is because the content's missing. Obviously, there's no flimsy letter inside. You cannot determine the origin of the letter or the date of writing. It has the same forwarding cachet, so this could have been originated from elsewhere other than Hong Kong. It's exactly what I said before. They was brought in by maybe the company ship from, say, maybe Shanghai. And then with this, so this would have acted as a forwarding, as you say. But there's a little clue, which I'm going to tell you. Right, you see, right at the flap of the letter, you can actually see there's a flap here. The flap of the letter, which I blow up like this. The flap of the letter, underlined, it says, mentions the French mail on 19th March arrived yesterday, Sunday. Okay, so looking up the Lee Scam's book on the French mail, you can actually see the 19th of March mail actually was referring to the French mail book Said from Marseille to Alexandria, and the Danai carrying it to Hong Kong, arriving on Sunday, 28th of April, which is exactly what this is about. And then it was quick reply, and because the letter was, you see the date stamp is actually the 29th of April, or you can see very small, but you can actually see it's the 29th of April. It's actually, when it arrived, it was answered almost immediately. And actually, it says, this letter is the reply of the written on the 29th as the outgoing mail is closing. It mentioned here as outgoing mail. So it was actually written in a hurry. Presumably with the enclosure was written maybe some time ago. And this line is certainly written before it was mailed. And you can call it a big tragedy or the icing on the cake, or whatever you like it. It was sent late in the morning with the 18-cent late fee missing. So if you look back here, there is a stamp missing, which should have been an 18-cent stamp here. So if you can see that the previous letter was actually written on the 28th. The boat actually sailed on the 29th, so it was a day before. So it didn't require a late fee, whereas this one was actually sent on the day of the boat leaving, and therefore you have to pay the late fee. Okay, for the reason is that because it was written in a hurry. So anyway, I could actually reconstruct the missing part, and it looks like April. It was written on April the 29th here, with a bit missing. Anyhow, okay. More interestingly, this actually has an enclosure. Well, not enclosure, with the lot, with the auction lot. It has a little invoice. Well, not invoice, but the cover actually was bought by the it was a lot from the Mercury Stamp Company of the Fifth Avenue, and the sale was 1st of March 1946. It was lot 1312, and then you'll be surprised that in those days, buyer 162 paid $6.25 for this cover. Very cheap. I don't know. Maybe in 1946, $6.25 is quite a bit of money. I'm not sure how much it is equivalent now. But you see, this is the background of the Mercury Stamp Company. And this is actually a picture of Herbert Bloch, which is a very famous guy, RDP, and the stamp expert in European stamp. And he and Muller and Friedel, came to America before the war. I think they had the Mercury Stamp Company and start selling stamps, and then later on the Bloch actually worked for the H.R. Harmer, which is very famous. Harmer at that time, he described the Roosevelt collection as the Caspary collection as well. So later on, Bloch becomes resumed his own business as Mercury, a stamp company, and then of course he was elected an RDP in 1968. So he's quite a legendary guy, this guy. But that's something I've never actually seen before in a cover that was sold in 1946 with the price tag of $6.25, which is quite interesting. And I noticed that actually they didn't actually mention that there's a stamp missing. So, and also also interesting that Bloch actually It says here they maintain several hundred volumes of reference collection, which became part of the Philatelic Foundation's reference collection. Yeah, so that's I think okay, right. So that's it for this cover. Surprised to have a little chip with it. Okay, some first day covers, recent first day covers, where some of them went completely mad. Victory 1946 cover from the China Philatelic Association, sold for something like $2,500 in the last few days, and I think either the buyer refused to pay, or maybe it was just bidded up to that price, and then it was relisted again. And I think at the moment it's only about maybe $500. Okay, so this is another sought after first day cover of Hong Kong, which is King George V Silver Jubilee, and most of the covers were blank covers because they didn't have any pictures, or not many first day covers producers actually produce illustrated first day covers. This is one with the Chinese cash print, and this is they call a small medallion, and both of them are really very expensive. Well, I mean, it's highly priced. I would say highly priced, and then of course the HAPS produces first day cover, which is like with the old logo, and this one is quite interesting. It's addressed to Mr. A.R. Osborne. Mr. Osborne is actually he was one of the earlier presidents, not the first one. The first one was called Mr. Dick, but he's maybe third or fourth president of the Hong Kong Philatelic Society, and I think we worked at Taikoo Docks, and this one fetched only a very fraction of what this will get, or this one. So anyway, it's well worth looking, for in your local dealer's box, whether you can find one of these things, and it's not worth a lot of money. Okay, so that's my little presentation, which I'm going to stop share. There we go. Right. Okay. So, any question? No. Right. All right. So, any Philippe, you got anything to add to the Augustine Heard letter?
No, I don't have any new discovery to show, anything like that.
You agree that the so-called forwarding agent mark were sometimes used as a company chop rather than an actual.
Yeah, absolutely, and I totally agree with your analysis on the first cover. That was security marking, not forwarding. Yes.
Yes. Okay. All right. Good.
It is on the list exactly. Did you check? Because I had no time to check during this meeting. Did you check that it was exactly recorded as such?
Yeah. It was. Okay. I think it's 25. It's 25B or something like that. It's on the list. It's on the list. Definitely on it. Also, the period of use is also within that period of use as well.
Yeah.
So, right. Okay. Alice, you want to show us something, or?
Yes. I just want to, I am now concentrate on Hong Kong's register stationery envelope, and I think it is a sea of uncertainties. So it's a lot of new information, I think. Now I'm going to share as my screen so that you know what I'm talking about. Okay, here we First of all, we look at the catalog of yarn. Here you can see the bottom. The bottom we have $2, right? $2 and 1978. We have number 194.
Can you make it a bit larger?
Okay. So we have number 94 is letter L. What do we mean by a
No,
line towards?
no, we cannot read it. Can you control plus on your computer? That will increase the size of what you're showing. Control plus.
Can you see what I'm talking about now?
That too small.
Too small? It's very large already.
Oh,
Make it big. Make it bigger. Control plus.
Is it large enough?
No.
I can't see. It's on your screen, it's very large, but on now it's just your desktop with a small.
Oh, okay.
Or just a thumbnail.
Okay, I know what you mean. I'm going to share another one. Okay, let me. I know what you mean. And then I share another one. Share this one. Now, is it better?
No. Yes.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yes, it's good.
Okay. So can you see my? I have enlarged the picture. Can you see?
Yeah.
Yes. We have 94 letter L, and we have a 97 letter A. So what does it mean? It means let me show you another one. So can you see another picture?
No, stuck on the first one.
Can you see another picture?
No, it's too big now. You have to make it
Okay.
smaller.
So you can see another picture, right?
No.
Yes.
No.
So letter L and letter A is referred to the horizontal line that are pointing at A and L. So what I mean is that there are two catalog number for this stationery envelope, but the problem is it is okay for you to show a mean one. However, if you show a used one, when you moisture the gum on it, and it will stick the two paper together, and you can't to illustrate different kinds of editions, different kinds of versions, unless you sort them out and use the water to remove the gum between these two papers, and it is quite difficult. And what I mean is that the problem is, do I have to show these two kinds of version in used example, or I just show them in mint condition in stamp exhibition?
I don't know. Do we have any judges here?
Oh, is that Andrew Gunn? Are you there, Andrew?
Yes, yes. Andrew's nodding.
We lost the chairman there.
He's probably going
No,
to get a
Ellis,
book.
Ellis, you have to, yeah, that's good.
So what is your opinion on that? So this is one of my questions on this. Do we have to show only the mean conditions, mean example, or do we have to show the used example of these kinds of two types of versions on this registration envelope?
You mean in the postal stationery exhibit, you have to show
Yes, both. But how I can show those kind of the elements of to distinguish two types of version. And the only differences is hidden in the flag, which is difficult to which is difficult to do.
Yeah. Well, it's you have to think about maybe you can open. Can you open it up and just show the?
It's difficult. The gum on this type of envelope is so strong.
Yeah.
I think it's sometimes I can say it's impossible to do it.
Well, just then you describe it in words.
Oh, I can describe, and I can also show the mean one.
Yeah.
So is it good enough?
Yes, but you have to describe something. If you can't actually show the gum, you have to describe it.
Okay.
As a postal stationery, you have to show the mint and the use. And even you can even overlap it. You can show more than one copy. You can.
Yes, but and sometimes we have stems on the flag. So if you want to remove those gum, and then you remove the stem too, right?
Yeah.
So I don't think it's any
Very technical.
Any good methods to show the two versions.
Okay, let me think about it. Maybe I tell you what. Do you belong to the postal stationery Facebook? There's a postal stationery group called FIP Postal Station Group on Facebook. Yeah, there is. Just look up Facebook and search FIP Postal Stationery, and there's a group. They have actually the Postal Station Commission have actually formed a group, and they have all kinds of postal stationery collectors like Mike Smith and Ian McMahon, Australia. I think Charles Verge as well. I think he's a member. Maybe Sam is also a member of the group as well.
Okay.
So you can actually, something like that is sometimes you do get opinions from some other collectors. Whether you agree with them or not is of course is your choice. I mean, they not always give a good answer, but there's a lot of discussions. If you post something on Facebook and especially on a specialist group like this, and the one with the one I mean about the Hong Kong stamp group, you just post something, and the people would just answer you and say, oh, no, of course this is wrong or something, or oh, it's a good item. Sometimes people make comments, especially if you ask them, this is something I find. I mean, is it an anomaly, or is it a constant error, constant flaw, or something like that, or something like that. People do actually show you other examples of the same error, maybe something like that. And
yes, but what I want is I want what and how the jury think.
Hey, they're all juries. They're all of them. Yeah. In the stationery Facebook, they're all juries.
Yes, at the end of the day, when you exhibit in the exhibition,
I know.
You have to
you want to
satisfy them.
It's perfectly legal to do that, because I know somebody who I will not name, that he keep sending his finished products and put it on Facebook and ask people to comment and make. Do you think I need some change or something like that?
Okay.
Anyway, no, it's a very good venue for actually asking questions.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. So okay, maybe you could let me think about it. Okay.
Okay.
I'll give you an answer.
Okay. Thank you. And
How
that's it.
how
That's it.
actually show it. Yeah.
That's it. What I want to
It's
say.
good that you're active doing something. Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you.
Do you know Chen Jiho well?
Yes. Yes. I discuss with him very frequently.
All right. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, because his email does not work.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I got his old email.
Okay. I will update you.
Yeah. You tell him that if he still wants to be a study circle member, he has to pay his dues.
Oh. You pass extra, right?
Yeah. No. I think
overdue
it's about
fee.
3 years or something like that.
Overdue fee.
Yeah, so 3 years, I think, because
Yeah, okay.
Robert actually sent me a sort of like a sniper list.
Yes, I will do it. I will do it. I will ask him
Yeah,
just
but
after
I
the
just found out that both of my emails, his emails that I had, they were wrong.
Okay.
They're old emails.
Yeah,
So
okay.
please ask him, to
Okay. I'll do it. I'll do it after the meeting.
contact Robert Newton, that he owned I think 2 or 3 years dues. So study circle dues.
Okay. I'll do it.
The cheap way out is to opt for the 15
Online one.
15 pound on the online one, because I could send him. And actually, I did send. Oh no, I couldn't because his email was wrong. So every time I sent, bounce back. He didn't get any. So
No problem.
So
No problem.
that's
I will
much
contact him.
easier than to send him the old issues, because the old issues, some of them are already out of print. And although there's no trouble, because I mean I could actually go to the printer and run one copy, but it actually costs more than running multiple copies of the same issue.
Okay, sure.
Anyway, yeah.
He's
please.
on his call, right? Okay.
Yeah. I don't see him. Yes, although I'm in Hong Kong, but I don't see him very often, because sometimes I'm busy. I mean when the CPA has a meeting, I can't go because I work on Saturday. So,
okay, sure.
Yeah,
sure.
please
I will contact him.
Yeah, send him an email and say that he owes Robert Newton some money. Okay, thanks a lot.
Bills. Overdue, right?
Overdue. But we never kick people out.
Okay.
We're all old friends, Anyway, okay. So, any sort of issues? Any Neil, you got any updates on your sale? I heard you've got a mega sale of Hong Kong or something coming up.
Well, it's not. No, I've got a Tibet coming up, as you probably know. But we got a sale in Hong Kong, either beginning of December or beginning of January.
Okay,
that's what I'm working on now. It's not a mega sale, but it's got some nice bits in it.
That's enough. Yes. Okay. Good. Vincent.
I have I have a question on the cover. Maybe if I can present that.
Yeah, sure.
And I wasn't planning actually on presenting it today, since we have a little bit of time. Let me see if I can pull it up here.
Time. Yeah.
Okay. Can you see this?
Yeah.
Okay. This is a printed circular that was sent from Yokohama to Lyon, France, and it went by P&O. The dates match up with the P&O sailings, and then it went by Austrian Lloyd from Alexandria to Trieste, and then across the Mount Cenis Fell Railway, the Summit Railway. The question, I have two questions on it basically, and one is that there's no Japanese markings on here, and it did, as I said, went by P&O, but there's no Japanese markings, and I'm wondering, in all of your experience, everyone, for printed matter, would these have been sent in bulk? In
Yeah.
other words, I mean, somebody's not going to send just one circular, right? Printed matter circular. They're going to, this is a Silk report, by the way. They would probably send out, you know, hundreds of them maybe. I have no idea. But if they were sent in bulk, how would that have been done? Would it have been done as, would it have been accompanied baggage of a passenger or the ship's captain or something? Would it be sent as freight? Or would it be sent through the post office, but the actual postage be recorded elsewhere? And I'm just wondering how typically, you know, printed matter of this sort might have been shipped, because obviously the individual circulars didn't bear, or the postage. And does anybody have a view on that, how it might have actually, because it didn't enter the mail stream until it got to Trieste, I mean, in terms of the markings. Does anybody have a view on that, how it might have actually been, because they always, it's always, you know, described as privately carried.
No.
But what does that really mean when you say privately carried? Because there could be a number of options. So
You mean that it didn't, well, obviously, you know, it has no Yokohama CDS, right?
right.
But you see, very often the printed matter it is sent in bulk. I mean, there are more than one. There may be
Yeah.
may be a whole batch of 20 or 30 or 40 of them, and sent to different people, okay,
Yeah.
at a cheap rate. So I think many of the printed matter actually they do not have a back stamp. There's no time to stamp so many of them.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I mean, you're lucky actually to have a company cachet right at the bottom. Otherwise, presumably this is a wrapper, right? There's nothing inside.
Well, no, it's a Silk report. So on the other side,
Oh, it's
is
a
actually,
printed report. It's a printed report. Okay. It's a
printed,
report.
yeah.
Yeah, it's not a wrapper. It's a printed report. Okay. Yeah, the
Yeah.
same. I mean, it's sent as a special printed, like a printed circular rate. But is this is unpaid, right? Because it's got a 50
This is,
on team.
well, yeah, and that's actually the next question, because when you look at the rates on it, the 4 is a postage due marking in New Kreutzer for the
Exactly.
okay.
The credit mark to Austria. The 4.
Right, because it went from Trieste, and so that due marking is to the border of France, I would assume.
No, but there's also the 2. What was that thing? The red.
No, that's just that looks like a squiggly mark. It doesn't.
No, it looks like a 1 and a 2, both in red.
You look like. I'm sorry. Are we? Maybe we're talking different marks. Are we talking?
Under the
Are we
4,
talking?
yeah.
Yeah. Under the 4, there's looks like 15 decimes.
Yeah, but there's a red stroke which looks like a 1, same ink as what looks like a
1 and 2.
whatever the other number is.
Yeah, that looks like on the right hand side, just underneath the red, the French.
Oh, you mean
envelope.
right
Yes.
here?
Yeah.
Yeah, this is a 1. Looks like a 1, and then there's 2.
And you think this is a 2 over here?
It's a 2. So I just wonder whether this is actually is a paid. But 1870, you get
18
stamps. 1870.
Yeah, it was mailed in 1869 and 1870. Now the thing is that
There's 15. No, there's 15 centime.
Oh, centime. Okay.
Centime, because it's cheap. It's cheap. It's not 15.
Cheap. Not decim.
Decim will
centimes.
be a letter rate.
Yeah. Centimes. Okay. So what's interesting is that this comes from the Rolf's collection, and he describes it as this being a postage due marking, the 15.
Yeah.
But it's red, and in my experience, the red is usually a credit, not a due marking.
No, it is a postage due. He's correct.
It is postage due.
Yeah.
He's correct.
Yeah. The printed matter, actually, you do see the 15 in Sometimes the
in red?
15 there's a C as well on the right side. Some of these are called tampons. You know, they have
Okay.
and there's
Okay. So
also
if it's
C to the right of it.
okay, so in that
Just a
case, then
simple
the rate's
15.
explained. Okay, then it's very clear. Then 4 for the new criterion, 15
Yeah,
centimes
4
for
is
the,
I've no doubt is a credit mark to the Austria.
is the 4 credit or due?
Transit, yeah.
Yeah, transit. Yeah. Okay.
Transit. So the France paid for Kreutzer to Austria.
Yeah. And so you think this here is a 1 and a 2, a 1 here and a 2 over the
It looks
date
like
stamp?
a paid. It looks like a prepaid. But wait, there should be a stamp. Is there a stamp missing?
No, there's no stamp missing.
There's no stamp missing. But you could actually
No.
send unpaid. Surely via Trieste, you have to. Most of the letters are prepaid. They don't allow unpaid stuff to go through Trieste.
You're right about that. I'm not sure when that. At some point, stuff going through Italy at some point.
Yeah.
But this was actually going to France. I don't know. You may be right. I'm sure you probably are.
No, it's probably. I think the 2 and 1 is maybe the 1 is credit to Hong Kong and the two is actually tuppence paid by Japan in Japan.
That could be. You think that could be the for Japan?
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah, because that's why it's in red, because it's obviously the printed circular, I would say, printed circular rate was 4 cents, which is 2 penny.
Yeah. Yeah, it could be. And this was not actually even mentioned in the
this is a 1 penny cut for the Hong Kong, credit to Hong Kong, because it went through Hong Kong.
Right. Yeah.
Maybe
Okay,
you could ask Charles Chan, because he collects printed circular.
He collects all this. Yeah, I should send him an email on this.
Yeah, you should ask him ask for his opinion.
Yeah. Okay. This, by the way, was also in the Matsumoto had in the this before, and this apparently is the only example of mail from Japan going via Trieste over the Summit Railway.
Very rare stuff.
So it's very rare, which is very interesting. But it's I've had these lingering questions on the rates and on the so you think this would have gone through the post office though?
Yeah, of course.
It would have gone through the post office, not as freight or
no, you've gone through the post office. The post office and seldom actually can put a date stamp on the printed circular.
Yeah, okay.
It's just made it. This could be 50 of them, to different people.
Yeah, sure, exactly. And they're not going to sit there and stamp every one. So,
yeah.
Okay, excellent. That's good information. Appreciate it.
Ask him, send Charles Chan an email. Scan an email.
Yep. Okay.
But I'm sure that from Trieste, sending from Trieste, you have to be prepaid. So that's why you have a red 2 and 1.
That I think you're right on that, because I have a number of others going through Trieste, and they're all prepaid. Yeah.
Very nice one. Very nice. Very nice. I mean, printed matter by Trieste is not common, especially in Japan.
Well, and going across the Fell Railway, like I said, is the only one.
Bet you cost you an arm and a leg, right?
It costs a lot. It costs a lot, but
but it is well worth it. I think it's really rare.
Yeah. Okay.
It's also There's also an expert signature on the right, the bottom.
Yeah, there is. There is. And
Roumet, is it Roumet or I can't read.
Yeah, I think it was. Well, I'd have to check. I believe there's a certificate that I have filed away.
Yeah.
And but it's a well-known cover, well-known, piece. So Okay. Well,
Okay, thank you very much. Thanks for sharing. I mean, it's yeah, right. Oh, yeah. Okay, fine. Thanks very much. So, any other sharing or any other issues that questions, before we call it a day? Yeah, right. Okay, so if there's no other business, please, when you receive your journal and the newsletter, do go through the candidates for the Wild Cup, and do look at the articles about the German mail. It's really well written. I think it's so it's a very good journal. I think the journals are really getting very good. So I think thanks for your contribution. Maybe Ellis, you should start writing. That's where you want your information, where you put your question.
Yes, I'll think about it. I think within this year.
Yeah. All right. Okay. Thank you very much for joining. And next month will be the summer break, and we'll come back in September for another series of meetings. So thanks for joining, and have a good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. So see you next time.
Thank you, Andrew. Thank you.
Thank you, Andrew.
Thank you.
Bye.
Thanks,
Bye-bye.
Andrew. Bye-bye.